All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, and peace and blessings to you Joachim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson while I got a couple minutes here. As you see from the title, it says, even for us as believers, Jacob's trouble go get realer than what we expect. And as I was meditating on that a little bit earlier, how because and what I mean by it is that although we know what's coming, the Lord gave us an insight on what to expect. Granted, we don't know all 100% of what's about to take place in Jacob's trouble, but at least we have a idea of what to expect. Certain things the Lord said He gonna do, right? And we know the true fear and terror of the Lord, man. The Most High ain't nobody to play with, right? We know the Lord ain't nobody to play with. And the thing is, we know He was once considered or called Al-Shadi, which is a terrible demon-like power. But truth be told, even us as believers, we haven't truly seen the terror of the Lord yet, man. Yeah, we see little things here and there, people getting in wrecks and grievous judgments, but we talking about of biblical proportions, right? Grounds opening up and swallowing people, fire raining down from heaven, those type of judgments coming to the earth. We haven't truly seen that. And going into the scripture, when it says, let's get that real quick, and it shouldn't be long, but in Jeremiah 30:7, when it said a time like never before, right, that never have taken place on earth, we can't downplay that. We can't downplay that, even us as believers, man. Now, granted, we have the hope and faith, that's why we, the Wadi Al Bashim Al Shai, he got us doing this work for the hopes of being spared in the times to come. And that's our belief, man. But the thing is, we might be taken back by some of the things we see. You see, certain things we see might shock us a little bit, man. Might put a little more fear into us. You see? And I see all these places Jake could walk in, but right. So look, we getting some times to where even us as believers, we might be even taken back by a lot of things that's about to happen, man. Certain things might happen to family members, who knows? But let's get this real quick. This Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, so like pages stuck together. So Jeremiah 30:7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see? So it says it's a time of Jacob's trouble, a time like never before, never seen on earth, man. The time we coming into was never seen on earth. Now, mind you, I'm in this big parking lot. I got my car parked, and out of all these, this big parking lot, a random nigga go come stand on side of my car and talk on the phone. Like, come on, bro. But anyway, it's a time like never before, and we can't downplay that. And it's a couple examples I want to bring out, and it's even using men of the Lord. Now, it's not full accounts; it's just kind of mentioning things here and there. Because again, I'm short on time. But even certain men of the Lord, when things got real, even they was taken back. So much so, one of the men of the Lord I want to mention is Yahweh Shah himself, man. The Lord, yes, the Lord. Yahweh Shah himself, the Son of the Most High. He knew what he had to go through. Even when he was a child, he told his mother, don't you know I gotta be about my father's business? You don't think part of that business he knew that he had to get crucified eventually? The point is, Yahweh Shai knew what he had to go through. He told the disciples multiple times what was gonna happen to him. Look, the wicked chief priests and scribes gonna grab me up. They're gonna give me to the Gentiles. They're gonna crucify me. They're gonna spit on me. They're gonna beat me. And the third day I'm gonna raise. He told them everything. Yahweh Shai knew. The thing is, though, when it came down to it, the night of, when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, what did he ask the Most High? Right, Father, is it another way? The point I'm bringing that up is we talking about Yahweh Shai here, a man who knew everything, way more solid in the spirit than what we could ever be. I had to laugh at that. A man way more solid in the spirit than what we could ever be, man. He knew it was coming down to him. The day of him getting crucified. He had time to think about it, meditate on it. He told the disciples multiple times it was going to happen to him. But the night he got in the Garden of Gethsemane, he asked the Most High, is it another way? That's to show you how serious it's going to be. And look, that's the Son of the Most High, man. That's to show you how serious it's going to be. Right? Not saying he didn't want to be the sacrifice because he had to do that, but he just wanted to see if it was another way. You know? Let me get this again. Jeremiah 30:7, man. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. And Shalom Tala Akim Akwathu maybe tuning in. Yahweh Bashim Shah Brakathum. It's the brother in his likeness. Shalom Ak, brother in Orlando. Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Right? Because look, a lot of troubles, distractions, trials is coming. And a lot of these things will be sifting mechanisms from the Lord, right? Hard times, so on and so forth. But again, consider these things now. Because granted, we know what's coming. That's why Peter said, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which shall try us. Although some strange things might happen to us, right? So we kind of got an idea, but once we start really seeing how the Lord, man, start jacking up these people, once we like, look, for example, we know about Leviathan. We could do a lesson on Leviathan, hit Job and read it. But when we really see that creature come out and show himself, that's going to be different. Again, we going to be taken back by a lot of stuff we about to witness in Jacob's trouble that the Lord about to do, man. And when I say even us as believers, not per se things gonna happen to us. I'm talking about even what we gonna witness the Lord do, what he gonna do to others, right? What these heathens gonna be doing to each other, so on and so forth. Man, I'm gonna say this again. I'm in this big parking lot because I'm at HEB. I had to stop. I'm in this big parking lot. Buku other spaces. Anyway, I'm gonna just continue. But right, I lost my train of thought. But the point is, I'm gonna get a precept real quick. This is what it's gonna be. Sirach 36, the Most High go show new signs and do other strange wonders, things that we have never seen before, even as believers. Yeah, we can read about the Most High, but we haven't seen it in real life yet, man. You know? Sirach 36, and I'm gonna start at 1. It says, have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, God of all, and behold us. I'm gonna jump down straight to the point. It says, verse 3, lift up thy hand against the strange nations and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O Yahweh. Is the point. And show new signs, right? And show new signs and make other strange wonders. So that's the time we about to see new signs, man. Strange wonders. So much so, even though we've been serving the Lord all this time, getting acquainted with him, he even goes shock us by some of the things he about to do. That's the point. You see, that's the point. You know, you might have a husband in a professional football, basketball. His wife goes to the game. You know, he start dunking and scoring and balling out, right? His wife gonna be a little impressed, a little taken back, like I ain't know he could do that, right? That's how we gonna be with our, with our husband, with the Lord. When the Lord start getting busy, again, even a lot of things we see gonna be shocking to us. And again, I want to highlight two two men that came to mind when I was thinking about the scripture, that although we ready for Jacob's trouble, right? We ready for all hell to break loose. We just ready for society collapse, because that means we're gonna get out of here. But the thing is, consider the seriousness of the times we coming in. And that's why a lot of these camps, that's where these other camps lack at, because they don't see that. They don't see that. At least the Lord allowing us to prepare now before times get hard, to put ourselves in certain scenarios, to consider, even if we got to be put to death, if the Lord may have us get tortured, right? If my children may not be with me, if my wife may not be with me, so on and so forth. We putting ourselves in this now, not in the party spirit and getting married spirit, man, that anything can happen. Praying to the Lord that he get us through all this, because it ain't gonna be us. And again, two men that come to mind, and it's more. Like, I'm thinking of Elijah in the time when famine came. Like, this man calling down fire from heaven. He calling down fire from heaven, doing all type of miracles. But when it came down, when Jezebel was trying to persecute the prophets, Elijah got scared and ran and hid himself. But hold on, let's say this again. This a man who calling down fire from heaven at any time he want to, just asking, look, Lord, send down fire and kill these men. The Most High do it. You had Elijah calling down fire from heaven, doing all these miracles. But when it came down, when Jezebel and all them tried to persecute the prophets, he got scared and ran. That's just an example that came to mind, just to show you when times really get hard. I'm thinking of 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter 2, how the Lord said, fire gonna try every man to see what each one of us is made of, man. When times get hard, it's gonna be found if we made of silver, gold, or precious stones, or wood, hay, and stubble. Tough times coming to prove what each one of us made of, man. And again, it's not per se saying just because we get scared or whatever. No, that's using wisdom too. Because remember King David, when the Philistines kind of seen him, took note that it was him, King David started acting retarded, like it wasn't him, spitting on his beard and tripping. But we might have to do some of those things to get out of similar situations for the times that's coming up. But again, the two people who I want to highlight is Yahushua and Ezra. Now, there's two men who knew they was men of the Lord. Even Elijah knew he was a man of the Lord. He didn't doubt. But when times got hard, things got for real. So again, Yahushua, going back to the point, how many times Yahushua in the scriptures, let me see if I can find something. How many times Yahushua in the scriptures told his disciples, look, I'm going to get crucified. Look, they're going to take me up. Even Peter one time tried to say, Lord, that ain't going to happen to you. You see, Yahushua got mad like, Peter, you don't even know what you're talking about. The point is, you know how many years Yahushua knew this? When he was 12 years old, he knew he had to be about his father's business. You don't know some of that business he would have knew he had to get crucified. The point is, the Lord knew this the whole time. But when it came down to it, again, I'm going to have to get that. What he said, Father, is it another way? Let me see if I can find that. I want to find what he told the disciples, which he told them many times. We all know that he told them many times, because even after he rose and they ain't believe him, he was like, man, didn't I tell y'all to meet me in Galilee? Meet me 3 days I was gonna rise. So it was many times he told them. I wish I would have had it to read that first to show you he knew it. Just like us, we know what's gonna happen in Jacob's trouble in part. You see, that's another thing. In part, what's the other parts that we don't even know about? The Most High will show himself. That's gonna put fear into the world, even us as believers. But again, it's gonna be a healthy fear for us, because this thing, we expect this from our power. We know when the time like never before Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be new to these people though. They ain't been serving the Lord. They go have a fear of judgment coming to them. We gonna have a fear of reverence and respect for our God. That's what it's gonna be. You see, we gonna have a reverence and respect for our power. That's why we gonna fear of the mighty things he gonna be doing. Although we gonna be serving him, and we still serving him, right? But the fear that the world gonna have is a fear of judgment. It's gonna be a different fear in that day. You see, a different fear, man. Right? But let's read this real quick. I'm gonna just get this in Luke 22 because I know it's in Luke 22 when they grabbed him up. But again, we all know this. Yahushua knew very well what was gonna happen to him, down to the detail. I'm sure he told the disciples they're gonna beat me, they're gonna spit on me, they're gonna crucify me. Peter got mad, said, "No, they ain't." He said, "Peter, you don't know what you're talking about." Yes, they is. But let's read about the day it happened though. See, any of us could talk. Look, myself, we could talk, right? We could sound tough, the other brews out there, the Sakaris and the with the guns and the weapons of MD that Deacon Haka said, right? Bishop Nathaniel want to, the Million Man March. Everybody can sound tough. Everybody can sound tough on camera, man. Can look tough on camera. But when it come down to it, let's read about the toughest man. When it came down to it, though, this is Luke 22, and I'm gonna start at 39. It says, "This after they Passover, Yahushua Passover, and he came out and went, and as he was wont to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples also followed him. And when he was at the place, he said unto them, Pray that ye enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and knelt down and prayed, saying," because look, he knew what time it was, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. And I mind you, at this time, the Lord sweating blood because he know what time it is. It ain't time for talking no more. It was the real deal. It wasn't no time for talking no more, man. That's why I got even for us as believers. The time will come where it ain't gonna be no more time for talk. Things is gonna get serious. Even if the Lord was like, you get a situation like, you start scratching your neck, scratching your head, like, oh no. Right? But again, not saying the Lord ain't want to be the sacrifice. Not saying he ain't want to shed his blood for his elect first and foremost. Not saying we ain't willing to be sacrifices ourselves. Not saying we ain't willing to be martyrs. But you see, you can't forget that blood. We can't think we all high and mighty, man. But though, right? We don't know what the Lord could put us through. Granted, we know we have faith. I don't say no, but we believe that much that we gonna get through it. But in that time, look, you might get in a torture situation. You might not want your fingernails plucked off. And look, we can't say, see, a lot of people think just because you serving the Lord, you good. Man, go read about who we serving. It make me think of Job. When Job lost his children, his riches, his cattle, his servants. And Job, what I think, if a brother know where it's at, it's like Job 2, 3, 4 maybe. But Job said, the thing that I feared the most has happened unto me. And the thing that he ain't expect himself to go through, he said, that very thing the Most High have brought it upon me. Well, hold on, I thought Job was a servant of the Lord. Job said what he feared going through the Most High made him go through it. What he didn't want to go through, the Most High said, you got to go through it. So what things Job feared? Because when you read it, Job, he constantly sacrificed for his children in case they went off. Guess what? The Most High still killed them. Job, I ain't say he cared about his riches like Lot's wife, but yeah, he had a care for his riches, man. He didn't want to lose it. Right. Guess what? The Most High took it all from him. So just because we don't want to go through stuff or we don't feel like it, guess what? The Most High is still going to put us through stuff if he feel like it. Yahweh ain't feel like it right here. But let's read it, though, because it says, not according to my will, but thy will. Like Elder Taza YouTube page, GMS, thy will be done, man. Let's read this real quick. First Samuel 2 and 3. Talk no more. And mind you, we reading about Yahweh, the man we pray to. We praying to this man, and in the time he was on earth, he had to say, Father, like, hey, it's kind of another way we can do this. So if the man we praying to had to go to his father, how much more are we gonna need our powers to call on and pray to when times get really hard, man? Because we need him now. You see? And nobody, including myself, can do this, get through Jacob's trouble solo dolo. That's why Yahweh Shai said, I'm going to get you through the hour of temptation. So let's get this brother precept because it's on point. 1 Samuel 2 and 3. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for Yahweh is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed, man. Anybody can say what they gonna do, how tough they are, what you gonna get through. And I'm highlighting this because this is the Lord. He told the disciples many times, I'm gonna get taken up. The chief priest gonna take me. They will give me to the Gentiles. Right? I'm gonna get crucified. Then I'm gonna rise. He even knew he was still gonna rise and still said, Father, is another way we can do this. I'm gonna still be the sacrifice, but like some other way though. And he still knew he was gonna rise. It got serious, man. Let's read this and I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna end it. Job 3:25. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me, man. You see? And so when you read the NLT, it hit the same, but Job, what he didn't want to go through, that same exact thing the Most High put him through. But wait, Job was the servant of the Lord. That's why it's in the title, even us as believers might be taken back at times from here on out. What the Lord may put us through personally, we might not think the Lord may put us through something, and lo and behold, we in it. You see? We might not want to go through something again, and lo and behold, it's a third time. Not a second, but a third time. Oh, in Jacob's trouble, we might think certain things will happen to the people in the world. And we look up and we in that situation. Not saying that a man can't be the elect, being in the same situation, right? Getting tortured, being under the guillotine, but we can't take ourselves out of any scenario, man. What's the saying? Hope for the worst, or expect the worst and hope for the best. I'm paraphrasing it. Hey, shalom to the brother Economy. Y'all Bashim Al Shah Brakatah. Shalom, bro. My bro right there. I think it's expect the worst, hope for the best. Or hope for the best, expect the worst, something like that. But let's get back to this. Let's get back to Yahushua, a man who knew exactly what he was going to go through in detail, more than what we know we about to go through. But when it came down to that point, he wanted to do it another way. Just to show us how real it's going to get, even for us as believers. Look what it was for the Son of the Most High. It's Luke 22:41. And as he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and knelt down and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. That's the main thing in this. It's the Lord will. We can't change the story. If we in a situation, guess what? It was written. Just go. See, it's easier said than done. Even for me saying a lesson, but come on, man. Yeah, pray for the best, expect the worst. You see? Yep. Hope for the best, expect the worst. That is. You see? But Yahushua said once it came down to it, he didn't really want to go through that, but he was still willing because he knew, hey, it was the Most High will, man. A lot of times our prayers might not get answered. You may be in a concentration camp. Look, one time you pray and the angel come, you escape. The second time you think it's going to happen again, and you next to get tortured in the concentration camp, and you think it's going to work, and this time the Lord let them get you and sit you in the chair. Strap your hands down, and he ain't coming. He ain't coming this time. It might be like that, bro. Consider these things. See? Yeah, man. It might be in Jacob's trouble. We might be running from somebody, and we just think in our mind, yeah, if somebody try to attack us, then the standard go be lifted, and Edom might start trying to shoot you. You think bullets gonna bounce off you, like and one might strike you. Then what? You gonna get hit and fall? Say, why, God? I thought we was invincible. I thought you said, no, man. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible, man. We might, who knows? We might get tortured and the Lord let us get out. Now we walking with half the hand cut off in jail. Who knows? Because he might, have a brother put your whole hand back. I'm saying, think about any scenario. We can't think just because we serving the Lord, we ain't gonna go through nothing. And not just as far as us, but even what we about to see these people go through, that's gonna put another fear in us, and that's gonna be like for lack of better words, it's gonna take us back, man. Leave us in awe from some of the things we're about to see the Lord do. But let's finish this. It says, verse 43, and there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him, and being in agony, he prayed more earnestly. So look, the Lord still gave him strength to get through what he was going to go through. So that's for us too. The Lord ain't just go, have us go through this with no help. He going to give us the ability to get through it, man. But what Yahawashi did in the situation, he prayed more. He prayed more. That was just when you're in a situation, you pray one time, you don't get an answer, the Lord don't come through, you just stop. No, keep praying. Keep praying in the fire. In the fire, keep praying. It says, and being in agony, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as it was great drops of blood falling to the ground. Right? And when he arose up from prayer, he was come to his disciples, and he found them sleeping for sorrow. So look, sleeping for sorrow, they was crying too. They was probably watching him, sweating blood, they was crying to them. It says they were sleeping for sorrow. And he said unto them, why sleep ye? Rise and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. And the other one I thought about is Esdras. Now, Esdras, he wasn't actually in a situation, but the Lord showed him what's going to take place now. And I mind you, the Lord ain't really show Esdras everything. But still, when he seen it, Esdras said this. I'm going to get straight to the point. This second Esdras 16 and 17, after Esdras seen everything, after he seen in part what's going to happen in Jacob's trouble, as we living in it, this is what he said. Now, mind you, this man has seen buku dreams, talked to angels all the way leading up to this point. He talked to angels. The Most High gave him dreams, visions, right? He's seen the end of the world, beginning of the world, middle of the world. He's seen everything all the way up until this point that we about to read. And look, even in one time in second Esdras, I think it's like 13 or something, 12, the angel told him, look, the Most High must love you because he's showing you what he don't show other men. The point is, leading all the way up until this point, Esdras, he knew he was a man of the Lord, and he just got a vision of the end. And watch what he about to say. And we living in the end. But watch what he about to say. Second Esdras 16 and 17. This after he's seen it. I'm going to start at 16. I'm going to start at 14. Second Esdras 16 and 14. I got to go. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, return not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So this is a man of the Lord. Now, mind you, I said all that to say he talked to angels and everything, leading up until this point. Even after this man knew he was a man of the Lord and was told him by an angel the Most High loved him, he still said, who gonna deliver me? Woe is me. I'm through. That's what he was saying. Who gonna deliver me? Go back to Yahawashi. He said, Father, there's some other way we can do this. Granted, Yahawashi knew the whole time, his whole life probably, since 12, when he said, I got to be up on my father's business. I'm sure he knew some of that business was him being a sacrifice. But when it came down to that day, that time, that hour, he said, Father, is it another way? I still do it, but this way though? You see? Elijah, this man calling fire down from heaven, you see, running. Look, he would have beat Usain. Look, people think Usain Bolt the fastest man. Elijah would have, man, look back. You see, look back at Usain Bolt in that account when Elijah was running in front of the horse and the carriage. You see, put his gun right. Man, spiritual power. But when he heard Jezebel was after him, he ran and went hide. The point is, even as servants of the Lord, look, when times get hard at times, it's gonna get hard at times. You see? Yeah, man. It's gonna get real out here. A lot of stuff we see is gonna get real. Again, whether the Lord put us through stuff, or we see what other people go through, or just the destruction in the whole. Even us as believers, we gonna be taken back by the things that we about to see, man. But like Revelation 11, how it says even salvation, how it says the remnant were affrighted. When it says they was beamed up, missiles fell and all that, it says even the remnant was gonna be affrighted, even all the way up into the day of salvation. So let's go get for real though. Let's finish off on this. This is Jeremiah 4:19. It says, my bowels, I am pained at my heart. It says, at my very heart, and my heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace because thou has heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. Right, right. We heard the things that's coming. We heard the trumpet. We heard the Lord's voice, which is the prophet speaking these things into existence. You see, and what he said, his heart was pained in him. Right, it's gonna get real, man. But consider it a blessing though at the end of the day, because although it's gonna get real for everybody in the world, at least we have a comfort that we've been serving the Lord. You see, it's that comfort that we've been serving. All I hear is that. You see, it's that comfort that we've been serving him. You see, and what he said, hey, as long as we do his will, hey, and continue, he gonna protect us through the hour of temptation and through the 6 troubles and the 7th. These people don't have that hope. They just gonna be scared of judgment, from being judged, about to be judged. You know, we just gonna fear as far as the things that we see, being in the movie and not just watching it, but being in the movie. You know, but we shouldn't have a fear of getting judged, man. That's what it's saying in 1 John. If we doing what we supposed to do, if we serving the Lord, then we should have confidence in the day of judgment. Not fearing. If a man fearing getting judged, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end it right there. I'm in transit, you know. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. Keep fighting, keep pushing. We're almost out of here, you know. And with that, shalom.